Hi, it's Marianne the Frugal Chef. I got a suggestion from Tess and Jay this week to make meals that we can use more than once, but meals of substance, not like, oh, I can have a little piece of chicken left, so now I'm going to feed the family, a big bowl of lettuce with a little piece of chicken. Something that we can make at once and we can make 2 or 3 meals out of. So I've been thinking about this and I think it's a really, really good suggestion. So thanks, Tess and Jay. So why don't we start this week with meatballs? I'm going to make a big batch of meatballs and then we'll make meatballs and pasta with part of it. We'll make a minestrone soup with another part of it. And the third part will freeze. And in a couple weeks, we'll make a meatball pizza. How's that? We'll just cut them in half and very nice. I don't want to make 3 days in a row of meatballs because I might get shot in my house. But this works perfect because these will cook them and they will freeze beautifully. So we're going to save money because we're only going to go shopping one time for this batch. We're going to save time, which is absolutely the best thing to save because we can't get that back, right? And we're also going to save electricity and, washing dishes and all kinds of things. So this is really efficient and I'm really excited about this. Once again, thanks a lot. So here we go. Let's make some Italian meatballs. Let's start our meatballs. I'm going to use a pound of ground sausage. You can buy them in bulk like this. It costs $2.39 for this pound. Or you can buy them, if you can't find it like this, buy it in the casings, squish out the sausage and get rid of the casings. I'm also going to put in a pound of ground beef. Now I got this at the specials and if you can see it's $3.14. And finally I'm going to put in about a pound of veal, of ground veal. The only reason I'm using veal is because it was at such a good price. See, $2.89, perfect. So I'm going to use that. Otherwise, I would have used this, just the same amount of sausage as ground beef. So I have 3 pounds of meat in all. My hands are really, really clean, and I'm going to use them to mash, mix this meat, knead it. So first thing I'm going to do is mix the meat. We'll keep on mixing this. I just wanted to start it so we don't have those flat, rectangles there. I'm going to add to this 3/4 cup of breadcrumbs. And I'm going to add 3/4 cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of ground oregano, dried oregano, which I'm going to ground in here. Let's add some black pepper. Never too much black pepper. I'm going to add an egg. I have 2 large garlic cloves, which I minced really finely. If you don't have large ones, do maybe 3 or 4 even. Never too much garlic either. And there's 2 tablespoons of fresh basil, which I chopped. Finally, I'm going to grate about 2 tablespoons of yellow onion into this. This is a sweet onion. I just got a big one, took a piece off, and I'm just going to grate it in here. So that was I got about 2 tablespoons of grated onion. The reason I'm grating it and not just chopping it finely in here is I don't want the pieces of onion, I just want the flavor. So now let's mix this really, really, really well. I'm not going to add salt to this because I have that sausage and I have the cheese. It'll have enough salt. You don't need to salt this. Just you do need to make sure that it's mixed really well. You don't want, to have lumps of stuff that haven't been incorporated into your meat. You want to really get all that flavor. So now let's make our meatballs. I don't want to make these huge, gigantic meatballs. You make them as big as you want, but I'm going to make them about this size. If they're too big, they might be hard to keep juicy and moist. Plus, we're going to put some of these, as I said, in a minestrone. You don't want big, huge meatballs in your minestrone. So I'm just going to make them that size. So I'm gonna make the whole thing and then we'll come back and we'll cook them. Our meatballs are ready to be cooked. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heat my big skillet with some olive oil and I'm just gonna cook them. Put them in there, let them brown, go flipping them until they're all brown. Then I'm gonna drain them on paper towels. They won't be too greasy, but you know, the sausage is gonna render some fat, and so we don't want greasy stuff. I'll come back to you when they're all cooked. I don't think you need to watch me, you know, cooking these in the skillet. And show you what they're gonna look like once they're finished. Okay guys, bon appetit from thefrugalchef.com. Come and see us. We have all kinds of recipes that are not in video form. Eat well without going broke. I will see you guys soon.